Tonight, new reaction 1 week after the Whitefish City Council canned a major housing project. Now, local residents are concerned about what happens next for affordable housing, and eyebrows are raised over how the wealthy might have influenced the project's outcome. NBC Montana's Dominic Vitiello explains.
Main Street Whitefish didn't look like this 10 years ago. But time and a 22% increase in population changed the town and its people. That's why when one of the biggest housing developments proposed for the town got denied, it caught some attention.
I received a tip sort of about this development going on in Whitefish and sort of how this opposition to it from specifically one of the billionaires we cover.
But Forbes magazine, based over 2,000 miles away, wasn't the only one talking about it.
There's not enough places around for housing. We're running out of spots, and this is by far the most whacked out we've ever seen it. If they just pretend to keep ignoring it and hoping that it's going to fix itself, that's not going to happen.
I think there's a real need for affordable housing in Whitefish. It's disappointing that the project was turned down, but hopefully there's another location that could be better for the proposed project.
People here in Whitefish tell me the town can't afford to keep passing on housing projects. And a 2016 housing assessment in Whitefish identified a need of 594 affordable housing units. But that's 6 years ago.
When it comes to the need for housing, we have to look at smart growth, right? Otherwise, we'd be building housing everywhere. So it's not to say that we don't need the housing, but that growth in housing needs to be done in the right way.
In the end, billionaire Mark Davis told us he was pleased the council turned down the development. He wrote us this email and said the day after the vote, he committed a significant donation to a 100-unit affordable housing development.
I think it's an interesting look at how any billionaire engages with their community, the good and the bad, and sort of anything in between. I think it's just interesting to see the impact that a billionaire living in a town can have.
But as the dust settles, Whitefish continues to cope with change as it faces a housing crisis with no apparent simple solution. Reporting in Whitefish, Dominic Vitiello, NBC Montana.
Whitefish's Chamber of Commerce fired back after we sent them the Forbes article. It portrays the city caught in a housing crisis that divides the haves from the have-nots. It paints the picture of the city's wealthy residents pulling strings against the Mountain Gateway project.
Focused on probably the worst part of the argument, or the most distasteful part of the argument. We're not a community where we have a big schism between the rich and the poor, and I don't think anybody wants it to be that way.
Zumper reports rent for a one-bedroom in Whitefish jumped 7% in the last month to $1,600 and 20% to $2,800 for a two-bedroom.